I thank the gentleman from Hawaii and now yield 3 minutes to the ranking member, Mr. McGovern.
Well, Chairman Arrington and Ranking Member Boyle, thank you and for inviting me to testify. I want to say that it's an honor to be here alongside my colleagues who I know all care deeply about this issue, and I look forward to a productive conversation. I may be a little bit of an outlier on this panel, but let me say up front that I am deeply skeptical of a fiscal commission. First, there already is a bipartisan forum where these kinds of decisions should get made. It's called Congress. And we shouldn't pass the buck to a fiscal commission to do the work that we ourselves don't want to do. If we don't want to do it, maybe we should leave. There isn't some secret formula. We either cut spending, tax the rich, or a combination of both. We don't need a commission to tell us that. We just need common sense. And I want to echo what the former chairman of this committee, Mr. Yarmouth, said in October on the same issue. The problem is not the process, it's the people. There is no shortage of legislation to address our fiscal challenges. Legislation has been introduced to extend Social Security solvency indefinitely, to demand that the Pentagon actually pass an audit, and to end the billions of dollars of subsidies we give to big oil, just to name a few. Committees and subcommittees of jurisdiction can hold hearings and markups. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what the American people pay us to do. The buck should stop with us. We also don't need a commission to acknowledge a few simple mathematical facts. And as the chairman says, no one has clean hands here. But for decades, Republicans have driven up the debt with their tax cuts for billionaires and big corporations. Of the $33.8 trillion national debt, $10 trillion, nearly a third, is from the Bush and Trump tax cuts. My friends on the other side promised that both of those tax cuts would trickle down and pay for themselves. They were wrong. In fact, without those tax cuts, revenues would have kept up with spending indefinitely. And the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq have and will add another $6.5 trillion to our debt. Look back further. Bill Clinton balanced the budget after Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush racked up the debt. And today, Republicans are still pushing bills that would increase the deficit. The very first bill this Congress considered was a giveaway to ultra-rich tax evaders that would add $114 billion to the deficit, according to the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. So I'm a little skeptical of the sudden realization from my friends that they care about this issue. My friends tell us that millionaires and billionaires can't pay a cent more in taxes, and not a dollar can be saved from the Pentagon's bloated budget, where we know waste runs rampant. But when the time comes to pay for it all, they want to nickel and dime American families. Look at Social Security. It should be a national scandal that middle and working class families have to pay Social Security taxes on all of their income, but millionaires and billionaires do not. And if we want to ensure long-term solvency, there are two choices. Some on the other side think we should cut benefits. I think we should ask the ultra-rich to pay their fair share. We don't need a commission to tell us that. And my fear is that a commission would be used by some as an excuse to slash Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and other federal anti-poverty programs. Now, I know some of you are thinking that I'm just a tax and spend Massachusetts liberal, but I think that investing in our people actually saves us money. Look at hunger. It's not just a moral problem, it's an economic one. Hunger in America costs us tens of billions of dollars every year in the form of increased healthcare costs, lost productivity, kids who can't learn. I go on and on. Investing in our anti-hunger safety net will actually save us money in the long term. Now, I hear some of my colleagues say that they lose sleep over the debt. Well, let me tell you what I lose sleep over. There are 40 million hungry people in this country, 500,000 people who sleep out on the streets every night, seniors on fixed incomes who can't make ends meet. Those are the things I lose sleep over. And so, yes, we ought to talk about the debt and do something, but the real challenge here is an increase in extremism and a lack of political will to make the wealthy pay their fair share and cut our bloated and wasteful military budget. I thank you, and I yield back my time.